Zionist Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's chief spokesperson, Mark Regev. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
Now, I understand from listening to the Prime Minister many times that the goal is to destroy all those tunnels that Hamas has been using to smuggle weapons into Gaza and then fire, of course, rockets into Israel. Can you tell me how extensive this whole tunnel system is? Or was, I should say.
Well, they were building an extensive network of underground tunnels through which they could infiltrate literally hundreds of terrorists into Israel. They would pop up at points around the border area, but on our side of the frontier, with automatic weapons, with explosives, with rocket-propelled grenades, and they would cause mayhem and murder on our side of the frontier. And that's why we're dealing now with this network of tunnels, because this was a strategic threat to our country. We just can't allow this to continue. It's like having a knife at your throat. We have to remove that knife.
How long have they had these tunnels? I realize that it's an operation to build them, but when did they sort of get going in earnest?
We believe they've been working extensively on these tunnels for 2, 3, 4 years now. And what they've done is they've taken money that was donated to the Palestinian people in Gaza, you know, to build schools and health clinics and hospitals, and they stole that money and they invested it in these terror tunnels. Cement that was meant, as I say, to build a hospital was put into these tunnels. And it's a very elaborate system, a network of terror tunnels that spread out like fingers under the ground. And people in southern Israel are very concerned because, you know, we've got a border fence and we've got lights there and we've got security. But the fear is that someone just pops out of a hole in your backyard, armed to the teeth, comes to kill you. It's a threat that we take very seriously, and we have to neutralize that threat.
Are you surprised by what you're seeing, or has Israeli intelligence known exactly where these tunnels were, how extensive they were, or is this a big surprise to you as you go along?
I've known about this for a while, for months now. I've seen it discussed in meetings as we look.
But not just the,
yes?
not just the existence of them, but where they are, where they've been.
Well, that you're right. We knew that they were working on tunnels. We knew that this was their way of trying to infiltrate into Israel to kill our people. And we were aware of the threat. Did we know the exact number and exactly where they are? The answer is not. And that's why it's so important that we're there on the ground now, on their side of the border of the Gaza Strip, because only by being there, only by having boots on the ground is it possible to locate and ultimately destroy all these tunnels. And that's why my Prime Minister said a few hours ago, Benjamin Netanyahu said, we will continue the operation against the tunnels with a ceasefire or without, because we can't allow this threat to remain, because it's a real threat. It's a present and real danger to the people of Israel.
Do you have any idea tonight about what percentage of the tunnels have been degraded or destroyed?
We've taken out dozens of tunnels, but we're still searching for more. And we believe that will take a while longer. I can't be specific on how long that will take, but that operation is ongoing. And we'll get most of them, we'll get the overwhelming majority. We can't guarantee 100% success, but we'll get pretty close.